Imagine for a second that you are the President of the United States. You have the world's most powerful military, the largest tech companies, and a lifestyle for your citizens funded by a magic trick. That trick, the world has to buy your currency to keep the lights on. Whether it's a factory in Germany or a truck in Thailand, they all need oil. And to get oil, they need your dollars. But then you wake up to a phone call. The Strait of Hormuz, the world's most vital oil artery where 20% of global supply flows, has just put up a new management sign. Iran announces that the toll for passage isn't in dollars anymore, it's in yuan. Simultaneously, India and Russia settle a $40 billion energy deal using rubles and rupees. Suddenly, the greenback isn't the golden ticket, it's just a piece of paper. What do you do when the world decides it no longer needs your permission to trade? Today, we aren't talking about a potential future. We are talking about a mathematical inevitability that is happening at turbo speed because of global conflict. The petrodollar isn't just dying, it's being professionally assassinated. How did we get here? And more importantly, what happens to your bank account when the dollar loses its crown? For 50 years, the global economy rested on a secret handshake. In 1974, Nixon sent Treasury Secretary William Simon to Saudi Arabia with a simple yet brutal deal. We will protect your kingdom, and you will price all oil in dollars. This created an artificial, bottomless demand for the US dollar. If you wanted to stay in the industrial age, you had to hold US debt. It was the ultimate cheat code. It allowed America to run massive deficits, print money at will, and export its inflation to every other country on Earth. For decades, this was normal. There were whispers of dissent. Saddam Hussein tried to sell oil in euros. Gaddafi dreamed of a gold dinar. We all know how those stories ended. But here's where it gets interesting. The US committed the ultimate cardinal sin of banking. They froze $300 billion of Russian reserves in 2022. The US sent a clear message to every non-Western nation. Your money is only yours if we like what you're doing. The warning signs were there, but the West ignored them. Now the rest of the world has decided they don't want a boss, they want a divorce. 1. The Hormuz toll booth. Let's look at the map. The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow choke point between Oman and Iran. If this closes, global energy markets don't just dip, they vaporize. Iran, long sanctioned and pushed into a corner, has begun implementing a terrifying new strategy, the yuan toll. By demanding transaction fees or insurance settlements in Chinese yuan for tankers passing through their territorial waters, Iran is bypassing the SWIFT system entirely. It's a direct middle finger to Washington. Think about the math. If even 10% of the 21 million barrels of oil passing through there daily shifts away from the dollar, that's billions in greenbacks suddenly looking for a home, devaluing the ones in your pockets. Remember when the West said Russia would be isolated? Let's run the numbers. In 2023 and 2024, India became the world's largest buyer of Russian seaborne oil. But they didn't use dollars. They used a sophisticated basket of currencies. India saved roughly $7 billion in 2023 alone by bypassing the dollar and buying Russian oil at a discount. This isn't just a wartime fluke. This is the blueprint. When the two largest nations on Earth, India and China, decide the dollar is an expensive middleman, the middleman is about to get fired. If you want to kill a king, you need a new castle. Enter mBridge. This is a cross-border digital payment platform developed by China, Thailand, the UAE, and Hong Kong. It uses central bank digital currencies to settle trades in seconds without ever touching a US bank. In the old system, a transfer from Dubai to Beijing could take 3 days and 3 intermediate US banks. With mBridge, it's instant, it's peer-to-peer, and it is completely invisible to US sanctions. The UAE, a founding member of the petrodollar, is now a lead architect of the system designed to replace it. Let that sink in. Quick pause. If you're realizing that your history books missed the most important economic shift of our lifetime, hit subscribe.
we're going deep into the data the mainstream media won't touch. The biggest blow? Saudi Arabia. For 50 years, they were the dollar's bodyguard. But in late 2024 and heading into 2025, Riyadh joined the BRICS-led New Development Bank. They have openly stated they are open to trade in other currencies. Why? Because China is their biggest customer. If your best customer says, "I want to pay in my currency," and your old protector, the US, is focused on green energy and domestic shale, you switch sides. It's not personal, it's just business. When BRICS was just 5 countries, it was a book club. Now, with the addition of Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, and the UAE, BRICS Plus controls 43% of global oil production, 37% of global GDP, 46% of the world's population. The G7, the US and its allies, is now the minority. We are witnessing the formation of a parallel economy. It's like a financial iron curtain is falling, and the dollar is on the wrong side of it. It won't be one single event that kills the dollar. It's the velocity of abandonment. In 2001, the dollar made up 73% of global reserves. Today, it's below 58%. Central banks are buying gold at record rates, the highest since 1967. Why? Because you can't print gold, and you can't freeze gold in a vault the way you can a digital dollar. They are preparing for a hard asset world.
The moment everything shifts is when the petrodollar recycling stops. Traditionally, Saudis sold oil for dollars, then used those dollars to buy U.S. treasuries, U.S. debt. This kept U.S. interest rates low. But in the last 24 months, Saudi Arabia's holdings of U.S. debt have plummeted to the lowest levels in decades. Who is going to buy the U.S. debt now? If the world doesn't need dollars for oil, they don't need to hold U.S. debt. If they don't buy the debt, interest rates in the U.S. must skyrocket to attract buyers. This leads to the economic boa constrictor: higher mortgage rates, higher credit card debt, and a government that can no longer afford the interest on its own $34 trillion debt. The winner? China, which becomes the world's clearinghouse. The loser? The American consumer, who suddenly realizes that inflation wasn't just a post-COVID glitch, it was the price of losing an empire. Now, before you sit back and think this is just geopolitical noise, understand this. This is the canary in the coal mine. We've seen this before. In 1914, the British pound was the world's currency. The sun never set on the British Empire, but 2 world wars and too much debt turns the pound into a regional currency within 30 years. Today, we see the same patterns: overextension, military bases in 80 countries, weaponization, using the currency as a tool of war, alternative infrastructure, the rise of SIPs, China's version of SWIFT. Companies like Tesla and Apple are already navigating this. Why do you think Elon Musk is so focused on China? Because that's where the liquidity is moving. If you are an investor today and you are 100% in dollar-denominated assets, you are betting on a system that the rest of the world is actively trying to dismantle. This shift teaches us 3 brutal lessons about power. Trust is the only true currency. Once the US showed it could freeze assets, the trust in the dollar died. Power isn't about what you can do. It's about what you won't do. The energy anchor. Money is only as valuable as what it can buy. As long as the dollar bought the world's energy, it was king. When energy moves to the yuan or gold, the dollar becomes a ghost. The hidden pattern. Empires don't collapse because of a single invasion. They collapse because they become too expensive to maintain. We are at the maintenance limit. The petrodollar was a 50-year anomaly in human history. It gave one nation the power to rule the world through a ledger. But the ledger is being rewritten in real time. So I have to ask you, if the dollar is no longer the world's safe haven, where are you putting your trust? Is it gold, Bitcoin, or are you betting that the US has one more trick up its sleeve? Let me know in the comments. Do you think the yuan can actually replace the dollar, or will the world settle into a multipolar chaos?
I'm reading every response. If you want to understand the new gold-backed BRICS currency coming next, watch this video here. Sub for the truth. See you in the next one.